Before I start, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It helps me keep sharing stories like this, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please share them in the comments. I never thought I'd be writing a story about the day my home and my life felt like it had been stolen from me. The first sign came not with shout or an argument, but with a text. It was hers, simple and unassuming. I need some space. At first, I didn't overthink it. I had a habit of overreacting. Maybe she was stressed. Maybe she just needed a night out. I told her I understood, that I'd give her the space she needed. But when I came home that evening, the apartment smelled different. Her perfume lingered in the air, but it wasn't just hers. It smelled like someone else had been there, too. I shrugged it off, telling myself I was being paranoid. Maybe she had a friend over. Maybe it was nothing. Over the next few days, things got stranger. She would answer calls with a little too much hesitation, laughing nervously when I asked who it was. Messages popped up on her phone screen just out of reach. Brief glimpses before she would swipe away. She had excuses ready. Late meetings, texts from work. But I started noticing the little inconsistencies. Names that didn't match. Stories that didn't add up. My mind raced, questioning myself first. Was I being controlling? Was I imagining things? Then came the missed calls. One evening, she left her phone on the counter. I picked it up to check a work email and froze. There was a message from a man I didn't recognize. Not casual, not innocent. Something about meeting later. About making tonight special. I slammed the phone down, my heart hammering. My hands shook. But I didn't confront her yet. I needed proof, not suspicion. I started noticing patterns. Subtle ones. She started leaving earlier, coming home later. She laughed at things that weren't funny. Little gifts appeared. Things that weren't for me, but for him. And every time I tried to bring it up, she smiled, deflected, or made me feel guilty for doubting her. I told her I needed space. Not to leave her, not to end us, but to breathe, to think. That's when the unthinkable happened. I came home one evening, suitcase in hand, ready to stay at a friend's for a night while I processed everything. And the door wouldn't open. My key didn't work. Confused, I banged on the door. The peephole showed a note taped to the inside. It's over. Don't come back. He had changed the locks. Before I even left, before we properly talked, before I had a chance to process my own pain, my life had been rewritten without me. I sat on the sidewalk for what felt like hours, staring at the door. Every memory of us, our laughter, our fights, our lazy Sundays, flashed through my mind. I felt anger, disbelief, heartbreak, humiliation. How could someone you love so deeply decide your presence wasn't even worthy of discussion? How could I have been so blind? I started piecing it together slowly. The small signs, the little lies, the fleeting excuses, they were all part of a pattern I refused to see. And as the truth sank in, the betrayal cut deeper than I could have imagined. Not because of the affair, not even because of the lies, but because the person I trusted most chose to erase me completely. When I finally confronted her, weeks later, I did it not with anger, but with quiet sorrow. She didn't deny it. She had a way of speaking that made guilt sound like justification. I felt trapped, she said. I needed someone who actually listened. Her words were sharp but hollow. I wanted to scream, to cry, to beg for the person I loved to come back. But I didn't. I couldn't. I realized then that closure wasn't going to come from her. It was going to come from me, from reclaiming my life, my dignity, and my self-respect. I changed my perspective slowly, day by day. I started remembering the love I had for myself, the life I still had ahead, the friendships that held me up when she had let go. The hardest part wasn't the betrayal itself. It was untangling my emotions, the love that lingered, the pain that burned, the memories that now felt like lies. Every small moment we had shared, the morning coffee, the way she laughed at my bad jokes, felt like a double-edged sword. I grieved, I mourned, but I also learned. I learned that love without trust isn't love at all. That self-respect matters more than apologies that never come. That life goes on, even when someone you trusted doesn't. And so I let go, not with dramatic gesture or shouted farewell, but quietly, deliberately. I changed my locks, literally this time, reclaim my apartment, my space, my life. And every time I see the door that once shut me out, I don't see heartbreak anymore. I see survival. I see strength. I see the man I had always been, waiting for someone who deserved him. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Betrayal is a cruel teacher, but it also gives you clarity. It strips away the illusions and shows you who you really are, what you really deserve, and how much courage it takes to rebuild. So to anyone out there going through this, remember, your life is yours. Your love is precious. And the person who changes the locks before you even leave, they weren't meant to be part of your forever. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe to my channel for more real-life stories. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear how you've overcome your own betrayals, or how you've learned to reclaim yourself after someone tried to erase you.